and come production when Gabi has said I'm the man too.
Okay. And as a Johnny Kobusan, so bit my G League, you know.
Yeah, they asked him whether he thinks he's in a title contention. And I see him in February and a match.
I don't think the general is all prepared.
And I
have two new continents will be sacrificing the Akeke. Dinner man beside. Will be that third year, Mrs. or Baji League.
Okay.
Or that third. Arsenal must have be so move. I tell you, I bet you G League, you know. City, no Busano.
Senior.
Chelsea won't me.
But what time many are my Miriam boss? But what time many are my Miriam? Cat time Nanza.
43.
43 Syria. Why would it worry? I want you. When we are 45, but
yeah, 45, 44.
44. That's a second. Yeah, 45. Yeah, 45 now.
What time is it?
Senior 45 for boy. 45 for boy.
Young Gray.
Now, Bombers for what's Woko Tadia?
Woko Tadi.
Woko Tadi. I was a Woko Tadi.
Oh, sure. Me get them.
Woko Inva, we're from Trabana. Woko Tadi, I've been okay. Of course, I want course. About it, yes, so. Are it now fancy and fancy?
I'm fancy in Dango.
And down connected, we will say, for Papa, over who commands one phone call.
Once a bet.
Not in fancy.
I meant it. No, can't damn it.
Next time you'll be able to. Obi here, you can't go for it. But so we can you say, because Umami has a Tiru Papa fancy. There's Uku Corona. There's a what to fancy naturally. There's a bombas for who be saying a bombas for the program. I don't could put uncles. December or tardy.
Oh, tardy,
yeah. Uncles. As a young boy growing up in Takra, when December is coming, now either say Obe P Supreme, Obe Bo with either of the masquerade. Supreme na me Kaipa when I was young, and usually say me PI Supreme na me DP. Me boys near Supreme for it's a more there. I've planned pass and come Takra this December, but this December unfortunately I can't be there.
Okay.
Now me do me BM next year. I think I should be in Takrade for the next December. So, Bombers for no in chat say you better Takrade. Na bibi anya kama mom. Which Diego Simeone can say me no na joke. I agree with him 100%. But a lot of journalists, they did not agree with Diego Simeone. Which Raphinha should he have won the Ballon d'Or? Because Diego Simeone say, on Tiasie, Nintia Raphinha Angie Ballon d'Or. According to him, he can press, he can tackle, he can play like a wing back, can play like a winger and create. He's athletic, can score. What do you want? The archetype of a modern day winger now here to show your teams, he has it. And meeting how can about it saying. And I think that is always the point of departure. So, okay, there are all the adjectives and adverbs to qualify what Raphinha can do. No? What was the end product? But then again, I think that as a pure player, Raphinha is a top player. I hope so. Obetime Nyekusi say no, and the performance no anything call because it's the game was hinged on Raphinha.
No, but Kofi, even the last three now. You are more coach now, Ballon d'Or. I think three. No, be anyone who deserves to be winning. Lami Yama, Uwini, I mean, sure say, a baby giddy. Osman Dembele no J, or GBBO. Bibia, Bar, Paris Saint Germain, Biano, or no J. And a white crown and a Ted. Vitinha. Yeah. Vitinha also from the Paris Saint Germain team.
Diego Simeone is not saying that these people don't deserve. Diego is saying that he doesn't understand because of the numbers of Raphinha and the effort in the Barcelona team. And you can agree because he said that is why the voting process will constantly be subjective. It is subject to your thoughts.
Ayala say, baby Anoka.
Yeah.
So on where Barca. Yeah. And who's a man for ball Lamiyama, but Barca team. Yeah.
That's exactly what Diego Simeone is saying. Say that is where he is coming from. Because now original touchline and let's go Madrid elbow Barcelona. The game hinges on Raphinha. Which the calmness to get Sa equalizer. It wasn't any mean goalkeeper than Yano Black. dropping the shoulder. Now Yano Black Abesinko, then gaping goal post 1-1. That is where he did his celebration in front of the Barcelona fans. Catch up Zamasa, Maba, and it's Obakaya. After that game against the Deportivo Alaves, me catch up say Barca didn't particularly play well, and after the game, Hansi Dieter Flick wasn't excited. But Raphinha called and said, Chief, I know we've lost against Chelsea. We are coming off on not so good form, especially in Europe. But we will be fine and we will improve. According to Raphinha, and now these are some of the things that you talk about. And you can tell, Rich, look at this image of Hansi Dieter Flick. He was relieved. At the point where Barca third goal in Rome, he was excited to the extent that Juan Garcia, if Napoleon went to go and celebrate with the team, it tells you where the team is at this point in time and how important this Atletico de Madrid game was for them. AJ, football is fickle, and I'll say it every day I get opportunity to talk about the game. And that is why I have constantly what I think will always be my modus operandi is independence of thought. Which football fans, you're so fickle to the extent that there were just 2 weeks ago the Barcelona fans were saying that Hansi Flick and Yadi, time to probably let him go. Have you forgotten? Mm-hmm. You asked me about it here. Football fans, Rich, if you go to Europe, one of the very few managers I am back in. Who did they buy for him this summer? Danny Olmo, a Prasano. Maybe Juan Garcia to better the goalkeeping area. But who? Marcus Rashford on loan. The senior most players that held on to the team last season, Obiepra, Pedro Coco Prai. Last season, when Hansi Dieter Flick came, it was a Barca team in chaos. Financially, sporting-wise, everything, the team was in chaos. Won the league. Won more than just the league. Got to the semi-final of the Champions League. But the season starts. Then there are injuries, there are blips. Football fans don't talk about the game with contest. And for me, that is why there will always be a difference between those who do the job, who do what we do as a job, and those who watch as entertainment. Respect to everybody. But Hansi Dieter Flick has proven. And
I don't think
no. There is what they call criticisms. Mm-hmm. I can be doing my job every day. No about what I say, Kofi. Sisi they ask me who say o performance thing. I think you should do better. It is different from when you come and you see that I've always been doing well, and then there are times where my performance has dipped, and then you come and tell me, say, Kofi,
they are kind of constructive now.
Yeah, me need Jimmy Mo Akasa. I think, say, we can't have you here again. That means that you are not just criticizing me, but you just want me out, and you're not being fair. It always has to be in contest. Always, it has to be in contest. It's the most important thing in any form of discussion. And the football, bantani at the end, we fail to put contest on anything. That is why I constantly say that for us, our job is to always put contest in a gaping conversation about football. And very, very important. Rich, this is how, again, and Raphinha, the role he played in the Hansi Dieter Flick team, was always be that trigger for the press. Yes, and now Atletico de Madrid scored a goal from beating Barcelona highliner. But we said it last season. The thing is that if Barca have the press perfect and the compact, everything is compacter. But they will score you more. And that's what Enra, Abrantia, your friend Raphinha led the team. Pedri was excellent, setting up that one for Abrantia, your friend Raphinha. And Uti Raphinha after the game. Also, little by little, we are regaining confidence. This victory can make the win for La Liga. You see, this is why coaches like Enzo Maresca keep on saying, say, at this point in time, in December, no, this time doesn't decide anything in the season. The season is constantly decided in May, April, March, thereabouts. And you decide this season. Rich, and then you're on to the next El Madrid. Now, Rich, there is one thing that's for sure. Xabi Alonso or Vinicius Jr. Bako be a victim of the issues that cause Madrid.
I'm not sacrificing.
Bako will go in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, me depending on your ben adwuma. And not be let me tie from Massa reading the transcript on what the journalist asked Xabi. I'm catch Zabi say, oh, buy no catch so bank for bank football. And then they see. Bisani say, much is fans need the air castle, they've lost confidence on our branch of friend Jabi Alonso. Rich, the cracks are coming. Yeah? Per the little experience of Jabi Alonso, if he didn't expect this like this, then he can't be to the top as a manager. I'm sure he expected it, and he was always going to manage it. For me, the big difference is that Jabi Alonso wants to be much more structured, and our branch of friend Vinny Jr. doesn't particularly like that. I've said it. Vinny doesn't have the strength in terms of the bargaining power. Onyan to us here. Once the performances keep on going as well as they are going, plus the team, he will be vindicated. The last time Madrid actually goal in the league, on the set ups are penalty, Emma Branch friend Kylian Luton Mbappe, which they are going away to go and play against Athletic Club. There's some mama there, Rich. Maybe be uncle so all mammy.
Never.
When you go back there, nothing happens there. This Atletico de Madrid, Athletic Club team, since they qualified for Europe, they've not been playing well. And there was a time where I felt like, okay, now Nico Williams, a parent here. He has come back, his big brother has come back. It's not good. Almost everybody's in the team. Kuku Guzrezeta leads the lines. Rich, this is a game that Madrid will win away from home when they go away to go and play at the Bilbao. And now, Madrid will beat Bilbao away from home. They'll do it. And you're flamboyant, and you're fair. But it's Bilbao. They'll go and beat them.
Okay.
You look at the Spanish La Liga table and you see where Bilbao falling down. And you wishy-washy cry. It's not good. Madrid will go away from home and beat Stima. And from Nisa Barca for they will wish that doesn't happen. But of course, I think that Madrid will not go away from home to go and get a job done. Rich, and now there's this game that for me caught all of my attention. 9 goals between Man City and Fulham. Now there was a time in the game where the game was 4-1 until there were a lot of changes. The big one is that our branch friend Erling Haaland ushered a 100th goal for team and friend Manchester City. Rich, how many seasons has he been there? And share the conversation. Erling Haaland, 100 Premier League goals. Was 17 headers. Was the right foot 11, left foot 71, and other parts. Yes, you know the tuna share. A 1 goal. And our branch friend Erling Haaland usher Honham, and the fastest to reach English Premier League 100 goals now because of the exploits now. He has got into a very good bracket. Ono, Alan Shearer, Harry Kane, Sergio Kun Aguero, Thierry Henry, Mohamed Salah. He is the fastest ever to reach 100 goals or Premier League game.
But City games are more bono. And you want to say Busa Pepsi or Betway League, you know. He was a bit reluctant to say on Bejano Wintimenje. What about the Quintia? So what City games no more, I think 3 or 4 matches.
Haaland, they're quite a pep.
No, who's a pep? Okay.
But
the numbers are good.
Yeah.
So against Fulham. Now at the point game near 4-1. That leave Fulham to me but it means that defensively we a problem.
Yeah.
Bayer Leverkusen ebeshe 2-0.
Yeah.
The last time against Leeds.
Yeah.
Take lead. Leeds but take die embers of the game.
Yeah.
And the winning goal. And not the same thing.
Yeah.
And something is wrong defensively.
Yeah.
League na just on one kasa, and I love on one answer the man on.
Yeah. And now I catch you say, who say yesterday he didn't automatically say that he can't. And now I catch you say, the big problem with this City team is that they don't have the ability to defend for long periods, and yet possible. And it is because of the profile of players who Mukita. Now you look at the 2 centre backs. Ruben Diaz, as good as he is erratic. Manchester City have had issues of a stable centre back pair for a very long time now, especially with the injury issues that John Stones, Kokonya here, the likes of Akanji Muko. So the pair of Vardiol and our bench friend Ruben Diaz have been very erratic. That is why both players are very good playing in the large house. But over centrally, there are problems. Again, Manchester City are playing makeshift fullbacks. Plus, they don't have a proper 6. Ideally, Nico Gonzalez is doing well, but it should have been paired with Rodri Gonzalez. So they will recycle a lot of the ball and then play out from there. Which, do you know that, Enra, Gianluigi Donnarumma, I consider 5 shots. 5. I consider 6 or so shots. They move 4 on the share now.
Because
in the Premier League, no, but I was a goalkeeper who is AVB. In the Premier League, he has the third worst save percentage.
Good our defense.
No problem, granted. But may come as him. He has the third worst percentage, and that is the data. So it looks as if Pep is dwelling more on the distribution of Gianluigi Donnarumma with the long balls, which is good and it helps his team. But the defense is ailing a porous, plus the goalkeeper himself. And now, if you look at the data that is there, third worst shots percentage according to Statsman Deva. It is clear over there for a branch of friend Gianluigi Donnarumma. And Omubisa Pep so betinya G League. I like his reply. Or say G League in December, just like Maresca. League in December.
Mm-hmm.
He says that it's about consistency to be able to win the league.
And on one league no one. Yeah. Though one year specific.
Yeah.
Say league no. But clearly, so ocean dimina. The body language ni bibia. Clearly, the Pep I know. And say league no, he can't.
No, Rich. Pep Kosuka say me or say out of the 6 or so leagues I 4 of them December say now you're behind the leader 4 or 5 points. So for him it's normal.
Okay.
So what he's saying is that Nipo betting agility and Nipo betting put up consistent performances.
Okay.
So if he's able to put up consistent performances, that's now Arsenal a dropping performance, it's going to affect him. So the league is not off yet, but then of course it obviously can happen. Rich, Ashema Pep Guardiola can't hear about the game. No? That is what brought me into this conversation of and then match at Chelsea and Leeds United. Rich, if you go to England, the Leeds United Chelsea derby game, derby, even the people of England don't understand. Almost every time, Mojaba, when Chelsea go away to Elland Road, a feisty derby, people don't know. It's not a regular London derby, a crazy game, if I'm allowed to use that word. Which, you see, I agree with Pep, and in the context of Chelsea, when you say, in terms of maturity, game management, confidence, and the fact that last season Uncle Fobe say Chelsea for are a naive team, how many experience, how many they can't go far. No. Which what has happened is that this season, because of the result at Chelsea and the kind of games that they are playing, today, now a lot of people are rewriting the script about how Chelsea have gone from just being naive to a very confident and mature side. But when you look at the data closely, nothing has changed for Chelsea. In fact, Chelsea are performing worse than they performed last season. Last season, by this time, not Chelsea that 10 to 25 points. This season, understood that 10 to 24 points. So the people that make the argument is that Chelsea have not improved. From the data point of view, they have an excellent stake, and you can't argue that too much. But those that are arguing that Chelsea for have improved are talking about the superficial things. Not last season, Chelsea for them maturity, management of games, playing of big games, going down by a man, red card, and still scoring against Arsenal. To them, that is good development. Oh, I don't know. But to be very honest, until Enzo Maresca and the Manchester can put up consistent performances, that will not matter. And I say this because last season, send your midi data and show. Baby, see and Chelsea either third. And it will be a case, oh, Chelsea beats me at the league, you know. Chelsea beats me at the league, no. And the Maresca go come pre-match press conference or Shremo. Or almost a rookie coach. The boy is still a rookie. He is not up for the title. People came to say, low mentality. I remember vehemently saying that is a realist that people don't see. He is a realist. And this season, Maresca can say, if Chelsea can get to win the title, it depends on where they will be in February. What does it mean? What it means is that from now till February, there should be a difference in the results of last season the end to this season. And we see, last season, who drop a point in the Christmas area, you need to be able to win. It's starting from a game that is going to be very difficult at the Elland Road. Orio Besanso Bournemouth. So 2 away games. Bournemouth have not won in about 5 games. And they'll lose it to Everton. They'll be waiting at the vitality. But Chelsea have to start it against this one. I don't know if Enzo Maresca and just say, now Daniel Farker, the coach of Leeds United. Who said no tie ball 4-3-3 first half against City. Second half from the ball 3-5-2. Or better take Kano. And I say Charlie. On no Crotina say show mono. Daniel Farker able 200 plus games for Norwich. A move 16 was a 17 pen about 3 back. Oba back to come and play against come and coach Leeds. We are winning enough for back. But in the second half against Manchester City, he changed it, so he doesn't know. But he will prepare for the game. It's a big game. These are the games that will test Chelsea. Honestly speaking, there is a picture I saw of Enzo Maresca and in the boys no Cobham training center on him. And for me, I loved it. Now a picture Enzo Maresca, you can see from his face or have a small pep talk with the players, no? Telling them say the season starts now. After the year started season, you know. It is easy to play against Barcelona and feel like okay, oh yeah, the Giants layer. It is similarly easy to play against Arsenal in that same contest when you want to play above your weight. But when the smaller teams come, ASL show them that is what makes the difference. The good thing is that Cole Palmer is back in training, and it's a game that I think that is very similar to intensity. Say Chelsea betting here we need an intensity battle, win the games in terms of the dwelling point of view. Normal control match and control the crowd by scoring an early goal. I think they get a very, very good start to the game and probably go on to go and win. What I know for sure, and it's a match, there will be an over 1.5. Now, Enzo Maresca say Andre Santos, hey, you're ready. I say Andre Santos, you're ready. He mentions our branch friend Joshua Kofi, a champion, can also play as a 6. This is what we are expecting to be your possible lineup. And there are Eba, Gusto, Chosin, Shaloba, Kukureya, Santos, Fernandez, Estival, Palmer, Neto, Dilap, El Honum, and that's the possible lineup. Arsenal would have to win at home against Brentford, and yes, sir, they are going to be in trouble. Liverpool play at home against Sunderland, a very, very tough game. I expect that game should give us a lot of goals. I need that team to win and over 1.5 BM. Which, my friend say, let me just run you through my quotes. You know, I almost every day say, a normal thing to remind Omomuti and say, we don't do anything like first quotes, at least for me. I don't do anything like that. Obi Fro, Naso say Obama first quotes, send the baby mana, me patch or block that person right now. And then midweek matches, no, your quotes here, they man, you bet me take a screenshot or Insure TV on Wednesday, and that's how they are for pen or paper. Which quotes, no, first one here, BW2601AC15. Second one, a BW26018502. Third one here, BW26016B3A. Fourth one here, BW2601441A1. And the last one here, BW2601119CF. Thank you, Mr. Radinto Greens and Musumarena. Bibia Nyakama.
And as you go, Fiifi Manfred now, Mate.